What's the emphasis of these 4 days of preparation to get ready for Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, part of it's execution, working to really start to understand our reads, understand who you're on the floor with and how to get them the ball in positions to be successful, continuing to build on our defensive coverages and execution points, and really, fine-tuning as we add.
You had a lot of rotations and a lot of minutes spread around Saturday in Atlanta. What did you kind of learn about being able to just do a lot of things?
Well, I think first and foremost, we're going to be a deep team. We're very much like the Pacers in that we can play, 10 deep, maybe 11 deep, depending upon the matchups. So we're going to be deep, and we're going to use our bench. We've got to find, as coaches, what the right combinations are, what the right substitution patterns are. I don't feel like we really have a true sense of that yet. But we're going to use our depth. We want to wear teams down so that in the fourth quarter we can take advantage.
Will there be a matter of some of these women having to figure out how to be like a 7, 8, 9 when they're used to being a 3, 4, 5? Maybe the rules are adjusted for quite a few of them?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's something that we talk about every day. I mean, we're sacrificing for our team, right? We're selfless in our pursuit of what we ultimately want to do, which is compete for a championship. And so it's going to be that way. And sometimes it's going to be matchup driven. Sometimes it's just going to be based on who's hot. I am never afraid to go with hot lineups. So if a group is out there and they're rolling, and I'm going to continue to let them roll. Right. So, it'll be a little bit of a work in progress for us. But I can tell you what, I'd rather have depth and the challenges that come with depth than to not.
Sophie obviously sat out today. Do you know any more about her injury or how long she'll be out?
No, I mean, it's going to be a day-to-day thing, just seeing how she recovers. Just a day-to-day. I'll depend on our training staff to tell me what she's capable of doing every day, and we'll see how it goes.
Damaris obviously sat out of Atlanta, too. Is she surfing a day-to-day as well?
It's day-to-day as well. I think making sure that we, approach their health and wellness as a priority. They're ready physically and mentally as well. So again, I trust the training staff to tell me what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do, and then we'll go from there.
And this looks like a loose practice. This group seems very comfortable with each other at this point.
Yeah.
Are you feeling that this third weekend now?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a group that's really connected. Look, we haven't had any adversity yet. We've got to be able to stay connected through that. But we also have a real good group of veterans that can help our young players understand that, yes, this is an intense time of the year because we're about to start the season. But you can't be too tight, right? Like, you got to approach it. Like, the one thing I don't worry about with this team is how they do their work. Right, because they work, they're focused, they're disciplined, they're locked in. I really can honestly say we haven't had a bad practice from that kind of energy and standpoint. And so, they're loose, and I like that about them.
This offense, you're able to put a lot of spacing around someone like Aaliyah. Mm-hmm. How much does that help her, just to have so much room to work with?
I think it's going to help her a lot. Now, finding her spots is a little bit different in our system than what she's been used to. So I think really hunting opportunities when she has them, whether it's mismatches, whether it's after an action that she's involved in. Right now, we want to use AB as a hub. And right now, I think sometimes, when we use the term hub, oftentimes they think passing all the time, and it's not. It's using her to then get into another action. So I want her to be a little bit more selfish in that standpoint, from that standpoint. But I think that's going to come. It's going to come when we get more comfortable in our reads.